Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Mr. Fix-It channel. Today I've got a Honda 450 ES Foreman. It's a 2001 and it's got the dreaded cooling fan problem. Let's get into this one. Stay tuned.
I was sitting out there in the shed one evening, not doing too much of nothing, just kind of staring at the wall.
And first thing I noticed when I turn the key is the cooling fan runs continuously. What I've got is there's this blue wire. It goes down to the temperature switch, which lives under the motor down there. I've got it grounded. I found, you see that? I found the original wires coming from the fan module to the fan here where they were cut. And with this sensor wire grounded, this is on the harness side, not the sensor side. I'm going to check the voltage here at these two wires going to the fan. And what I'm doing is I'm checking to see if the sensor is good or if the module is bad. So if nothing happens, it could be the module that's bad. So get this all connected up here. Okay, here's my meter. I'm going to turn on the key, and with that sensor wire grounded, I should get voltage to the fan wires. So I've got voltage, but it's very low voltage, 3 volts. Disconnecting the sensor wire does nothing to change. So more than likely we got a bad module. Turn that noisy thing back off. So that's probably why the fan's hot wired, because the module's bad. Alright, so I just cut the wire, positive wire going to the fan so that thing is not running while I'm doing my tests. The module is back in here. It's got a green connector on it. So I'm watching these numbers jump as I'm wiggling these wires around. It's possible there's just a bad connection. These are pretty common for fans having issues. So if I disconnect the sensor from ground, the numbers are fluctuating, but it's only like 0.0012. So you can see here's the module here. I'm just wiggling this around. And you can see the numbers jumping. So it's possible it's just a bad connection somewhere. If I wiggle the harness, not so much, but if I wiggle the actual box, it's still possible it's the box, but there you go. I can see I'm wiggling that. And at the same time, the temperature light is flickering. And that's another sign that your module could be bad if your temperature light is on all the time. So it looks like there's something going on. Let me unplug this box and pull it out and have a look. And if I tweak and torque on this, the fan kicks on and off. So I'm pushing right there. I hear the relays inside this thing clicking too. So it's just a bad connection inside this module. It's too bad they potted it in. You could probably get in there and resolder that. Alright, so I was searching around for ways to fix this cooling fan issue on these Foremans, and I come across a forum. I'll see if I can find that forum again and link you to it and the guy that come up with this, because this is not my idea, and I just thought I would share this guy's idea with everybody. These have this cooling fan module. They're quite expensive, and the common fix is to just jump the wires and make the fan run anytime the key is on. But in this forum, this guy suggests to take this and bake it in the oven. All right, so I read this in the forum. I mean, the thing's already bad. So we're gonna set this to 425, get it preheated, and we're gonna bake this sitting on a piece of foil like that for 10 minutes. Ideally, this will reflow any of the broken solder joints in there, so we'll see what happens. There we go. Alright, that's 10 minutes. It doesn't look well. Potting cracked on it. Just an experiment, but that doesn't look very promising. We'll let it cool off, see what happens. Alright, well, I plugged that thing back in. You can see that crack in the potting there. I got the key turned on. Now this is the wire down to the sensor. Let's ground this. And if the fan kicks on, I guess that means it fixed it. Huh. I'll be damned. So the theory behind this is by heating that up in the oven and you get the solder above the melting point, it'll reflow and reconnect any broken solder joints inside that board. Now, is it going to work fully correctly, as in, you know, it's going to kick on and off when it's supposed to at the proper temperature? I'm going to have to say yeah, because I mean, you saw me wiggling it around and it was kicking on and off, so it was obviously a bad connection in that thing. So I mean, I can't say I'm surprised, because just from the theory of it, it sounds good, but I don't know. This may be a viable option to fixing these boxes. All right, I got the sensor grounded to the engine case with this jumper wire. I got it connected back into the wiring harness. The key is on. I'm going to heat this up with a cigarette lighter, and once it reaches the proper temperature, it should kick the fan on. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, it works. Now if I keep heating the sensor, the over temperature light should come on. I have to get something hotter than this lighter. Hold on. Yeah, and the over temp light went back out. And once that cools off enough, the fan should shut off. Huh. I'll be damned. Sit here and see if the fan will shut off on its own. Alright, I'll come back when the fan shuts off, if it does. Yep, sure enough, it just shut off. So I guess the only thing left to do now is seal that up. Probably just smear some silicone on that and we'll call that done. Now, as far as the longevity of this, that's yet to be determined. So if this fails sometime soon, I'll definitely know, and I'll let you guys know. Here we go. And if you guys try this yourself and it works, or if it don't work, let me know down in the comments. Alright, so if you want your fan module and your Foreman to work again, I guess you bake it at 425 for 10 minutes. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, don't be afraid to fix it. Thanks for watching.